that magnetic field around the line back and forth, we create energy in that line. And the energy creates a current and it flows in one direction. It flows in the direction that's going to be perpendicular in angle to the magnetic field. So as I said, the magnetic field is going to be spinning around in a counterclockwise direction around the wire as the energy flows through the wire. So that's how come AC currents can have what's called a pulsed electromagnetic field. So when you run what happens if you put the energy in both directions? Then it sends off these weird fields because it starts to go in one direction. It's sending off a field in the spiraling direction. And then it starts to hit this wall of like plugging something in, say, and then it starts to go back in the opposite direction. And so what that does is it creates these rippled fields of energy that come out that are called a pulsed electromagnetic field. And that, if it's not done in a safe or good way, can be disruptive. So it can be disruptive to our sound systems, for example. If we're listening to something and we have too bad of a strong electromagnetic field, it'll create distortion in the music. It'll create static and different things. So a lot of people try and isolate fields of energies. And so what happens when we run the wire in a different direction than straight? So what happens when we do this? So we've taken the energy and we spiral it around in a toroid and then we bring it out, or in a circle, really. It's just a circle. And so being in a circle, that electromagnetic field, since it's normally spiraling around like this, starts to spiral around this and it begins to do this. And when it does that, it's going to be creating an electromagnetic field like usual. But it's also creating an electromagnetic field on the inside. And the inside, there's very little space for that electromagnetic field. So it's causing an excitement of the area. It's causing an excited area there. All the electrons in the area get very excited. And so that's the basics of electromagnetic fields, electricity, magnetism, how they work together. And by changing the shape, how it will change that electromagnetic field shape and it will interact differently with its environment.